Today I'm reviewing a electric knife sharpener made by Page Long from Amazon. Alright, so I have a super dull knife that I was using to make a beef brisket, and I had sharpened it in the past, but it wasn't very sharp. So I went ahead and bought this electric sharpener. Here's a video clip of that beef brisket I made. As you can see, I'm struggling to cut it. Alright, so let's dive in. I'm going to go ahead and unbox this thing, and this thing is selling for $24.99 on Amazon. This is the product up close, and it looks pretty good. So it has a little cleaning brush, and here is some extra wheels, these extra grinding wheels that they're easily replaceable. You can go in there and just replace them once they're kind of worn down. Here are the instructions, but it's pretty simple. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really read too much of it. It's pretty basic. There's a rough cut and then there's a thin cut on the actual electric sharpener, so there's not much to read. But go ahead and read it through if you'd like. And there is a side to sharpen your scissors as well, which is pretty awesome because I like sharp scissors. Alright, so let's take off these little pieces of cardboard, and it's pretty much plug and play after this. You just plug it into an outlet and you're ready to go now. So now it's time to get that really dull knife of yours. I was experimenting. I used my dullest knife. This is the fillet knife that I use for fish, all kinds of meats. So I went ahead and started with the rough cut. And to sharpen it, you just go forward. You can also go the backwards reverse motion as well. But yeah, so I was going forward on the rough cut. I made several cuts and I was checking it. I was checking my progress as I went. Wanted to see if it was actually working. Then I did the thin side, which is a thin, basically it's more of like a polish at this point, because it does get the angles. You can start seeing in the knife that it's starting to cut angles into that knife. And this knife, you can see it could hardly even cut that cardboard in the beginning, but now it feels like it's starting to get some shape. Starting to get impressed with it. I know this thing is not expensive. It's 25 bucks. What can you expect, right? But as I was sharpening it, I was like, man, this thing is actually not bad for 25 bucks. I had read reviews. So I got an orange. I know it's not the same thing as a meat, okay? So don't blow me up for that. But even with an orange, this thing was struggling. So this thing was slicing like butter. I was pretty impressed with this product. I was just looking for something not too expensive, and this thing really delivered.